Well, hello, everybody, and greetings, my fellow ghouls and ghosties, my fellow goblins and creatures of the night, and all my sick, twisted freaks and weirdos out there across the multiverse. I am Crash, and joining me tonight is my lovely, amazing, head bashing, guitar wielding, Vespa riding, metaphysical partner Haruko. Pleasure. And also joining me on this haunted tale is our dearest friend, DustyThePunk.
Hello, hello.
And he is here joining us because a very interesting thing happened that I think with this being Dusty's submission to HalloWeird, we should let him get started.
Well, okay, backstory. I actually got to visit Crash and Haruko back in, what was it, September?
Yeah.
Yeah, September. I got to visit, and I stayed in Oklahoma City, and it was this hotel that my wife's company put her in, and she just kind of paid for me to go with her. We paid out of pocket for me to get on the flight with her. But we found out about the hotel in Oklahoma City, which is the Scriven Hotel. And it turns out this is actually one of the haunted hotels in the country, and the most haunted one in the entire state of Oklahoma.
It's pretty damn haunted to say the least. Oh yeah.
Now back now backstory here is we legitimately just this hotel is legitimately just across the street from the bank where she was doing her presentation. So that's why her work put her in that hotel.
It's like literally right there. Like
Yeah.
you could throw you could kick a can and you'd be right there at the conference center.
Yep. So so the hotel has 14 stories. When it when it originally was built, it had 10. Now the owner, now the owner during the prohibition era, this was about 1911. Well, this was created in 1911 during the early years. The owner, a guy named W.B. Scriven, had he created this hotel and had just set it up nicely as is a good spot in between the middle of freaking Tornado County.
Mm-hmm.
But during that time, having he ended up having this affair with one of his maids. This maid, whose story is called Effie, ended up with his love child.
Oof.
And during that time, abortion clinics weren't really a thing back then, so it's not an easy thing of just hey, let's get that done. No, he locked her on the 10th floor in a room.
Oh no. Ugh.
He trapped her in there just to try to keep it hidden. Well, she ended up jumping out of the window. Made quite the scene.
What was it a was this death uh very quick and sudden? Was it very impactful? Was it a splat?
I mean, we don't really have it. It we don't know the full details of it,
Hmm.
at least where I looked. But
So you're telling me that the owner of the hotel was married, cheated on his wife, had an affair, and the wife jumped out of the hotel window on the 10th floor
yep.
and and
Now,
and died.
now the haunting investigations didn't begin until an NBA team stayed at this hotel.
Oh.
There were multiple reports from players. Um, in 2010, Ed Curry, who was a 7 foot tall, 295-pound player for the New York Knicks at the time, he got so scared in his room, he he ran off and spent most of his stay with his 5'9", 180-pound teammate Nate Robinson for protection.
Oh.
And and they've also talked about making a movie about this hotel as well. But another basketball player, a former Lakers forward, Meredith Sanford Artest, he was also known as Ron Artest. He claimed he
Hmm.
was assaulted by the ghost in 2016.
So going back to the first NBA player though. So like how did he know that like something was amiss? How did he know that like the place was haunted or that like something was wrong or something was like messed up? Like do we know like what evidence he felt? Do you know if there was sort of paranormal activity or what was going on with him?
The common ones that have come up is things like little like lights flickering writings on the mirror, things like that.
Oh,
In fact, some people have gone on to say they've seen the words "help me" written on the mirror on the tombstone.
seriously?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay, wow, that is an actual paranormal phenomenon happening at that hotel.
yeah. So we stayed on the third floor, so we didn't actually have any specific encounters during, at least during my stay.
Okay. But so what happened then to the second NBA player?
He just claimed he got assaulted. It didn't go any further than that. The hotel has an artist in had an artist in resident at the time who basically downplayed it and just called the NBA players a bunch of sissies.
Oof.
And I've seen the Reddit, and there is a Reddit thread about this. Some stories mention her sexually assaulting guest. I honestly, that feels more like male fantasy than anything else because the story doesn't really add up.
Yeah. That seems a little
Uh,
more outlandish and kind of a fluffed up
yeah,
piece.
yeah. The earliest event of a ghost encounter was actually in 1913, 2 years after Effie's death, where the first manager apparently shot himself.
Wow. Just like point blank, like with like a pistol, a shotgun, like with what?
So it was actually a rigged roulette wheel and prohibition hijinks. So that they
Really?
so they're thinking involved a rigged roulette wheel and some Wild West style gunfighting that happened in the hotel. So
Back
the
in 1993?
1913.
1913. Okay.
Yeah, so it is also said that the hotel itself has an extremely colorful past. So Effie couldn't be the only ghost there either.
Wait, 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 wait,
So I
wait.
don't.
So, what kind of colorful past?
Well, the roulette wheel murder.
Hmm.
That was it was originally said it was suicide, and then it was later proven to be murder. So
Damn.
that was a correction on my end.
Still, damn.
So others claim there is no hints of it. Others have said that they've seen things on the mirrors and things like that. Personally, my experience, I didn't encounter anything paranormal.
Nothing at all during your stay.
No, and even when Crash was there with me,
True.
nothing.
Yeah, me and Crash were there for an entire day. We
Yeah,
didn't spend the night there, but we were there for a majority of the day, including at
we spent
night. And
we spent the day. We watched some cartoons. We ordered room service. We even went and swam in the pool.
Yeah, we swam in the supposed haunted pool that they had as well too. There was
I think part of that. I think the part of that is also the fact that the pool's in the basement.
right, but they did warn us and say that part of that was also somewhat haunted too because of a lot of the so-called activities and like prohibition illegal activities years ago that were happening in the basement, and then they reconverted that into like an indoor pool. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of history just involving the basement of the pool, but like I do remember as well too you talking about how like one of the things you did experience was that it got strangely weirdly cold at night.
I feel like that could have also, yeah. So it could have been the ghost, but honestly, it could have also just been the room AC.
I mean, that's fair. So probably updated and everything. Yeah. So, but yeah, we we went to go visit Dusty and their partner in Oklahoma City, and we it was me, Crash, Dusty, and their partner Lynda, and we hung out at the hotel. We got there early by like what 11, almost noon, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was about that. We hung out. We watched Food Network on the hotel TV. We chilled in the hotel room. We ordered room service, which was really nice because, uh, you know, what was it? What was it? We had like a $50 credit, right? That we were
Hmm.
able to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was nice because we really got this. Me and Haruko enjoyed this really delicious like roasted chicken with like a mashed like couscous, uh, like paste lentil thing that was really good. And then what did you get?
I got tacos.
Dusty had to get tacos. They looked pretty fucking bomb, to be honest. Like they looked delicious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we did that, and then we hung out, caught up with each other. What was it? We went for a walk
Yep.
downtown at this really nice park that had like a lot of abstract and kind of modern art, which is really cool. So
Hmm. And I got to have an onion burger for the first time.
yes,
That was
well,
an absolute treat.
yes. So for those who don't know, it's a Oklahoma staple that you have to have a onion burger for the first time. And typically, what an onion burger is it's basically a burger or a cheeseburger, but the insides and the toppings have cooked onions usually in the burger or on the burger, and it's primarily an onion burger with like onion flavoring. I never had an onion burger either, and it was really good because they even had a vegan style one for Crash to eat, which was really good. And Dusty had an authentic like, was it a smash burger style? Was it like a big boy?
Uh, it was like a big boy style, almost,
Yeah,
kind of actually.
it was a
Yeah.
pretty big burger. Yeah, I remember it
Hmm.
being pretty big. So, uh, but yeah, we hung out. We went to that park. Dusty found some koi fish and some wildlife that he
Fish,
absolutely adored.
fish,
Fish.
fish.
Fish. Oh my god, you too.
Oh, fish.
Woo!
Ooh,
Fish.
fish.
Oh my god. Obviously, they shared a brain cell with each other for a moment, so you know. Ooh,
Pretty much.
fish. Yeah. And they even recorded some other fun stuff, including a special trip that they helped Dewey with on a special adventure. Yeah,
Hmm.
but we'll discuss that in another thing another day. Oh yeah.
Okay,
So,
and and some things for team abnormalities as well. So,
Oh yeah, we recorded a few things for the team channel, and Dusty got to try Liquid Death for the first time.
yep.
So, which I was surprised. Like, I get you don't like sparkling water, but they also have regular water too.
It's not so much sparkling water. I don't like the price on Liquid Death.
Ah, so that's why you never tried it. Was just because of the price point.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So, if hypothetically speaking, if someone at Liquid Death listened to this video and they were like, "You've never had Liquid Death," like, would you be down if you just suddenly had an Amazon package arrive at your door filled with Liquid Death?
Hmm, maybe. Because honestly, the one I had was because that cherry. Because I didn't really think the cola one was that great, but I loved the cherry one.
The Cherry Obituary, yeah, that one's really good.
Hmm.
That's one of my favorites. But yeah, back to the hotel though. Um, yeah, no, the very haunted hotel, as you could tell, between a wife that got involved with an affair and jumped off the 10th floor of a building, multiple NBA players that have had full on panic and anxiety attacks over sightings of paranormal activity. And then what else happened at that hotel?
Uh, the article I found recently about it doesn't go into too much detail. Because like yeah, a lot of management tries to kind of just write it off, saying that is just people making up stories
Mm-hmm.
because of the history behind the hotel. Where yes, there was a Wild West fight in it, and then there was a some other things going on. Personally, I've never.
You've never.
I didn't have that issue with them at all. So, at least with my experience at the hotel, like I can't speak for myself in that regard, but
But still.
yeah,
Still, it's a lot. It is a lot.
I've learned to not disregard people's feelings in that area.
That's fair. Well, and it's just so interesting that this place has such a, history that's considered really spooky and, really odd, but at the same time, it's really fascinating that a lot of this history um with the hotel just isn't discussed as much or used as like a tourist thing. Well, and like Dusty said, a lot of the people there, because it got bought out by the Hilton was the thing. And the Hilton owns like a lot of hotels in the country and internationally. So I think it was their best interest to just basically say, yeah, we're going to sweep a lot of this stuff under the rug and cover it up. But like, kind of hard to cover things up when you have people reporting incidents of bathtubs filling up by themselves. Uh, Straight up, like, various instances of just gambling and illegal vices. The corresponding Elfie story, and then everything with the NBA players from Oklahoma City. And yeah, plus a lot of objects moving by themselves, strange noises at night. We were surprised because we're expecting the hotel to give off haunted vibes, but the only haunted vibes we really got was what the hallway that we were in, right?
I mean, the hallway was a little spooky, but honestly wasn't that bad.
Mm-mm. So, but at the same time, that's probably a good thing, and it's probably best for all three of us because realistically, the last thing we need to be dealing with is the haunted spirit of a wife and her baby, you know, gone rogue and cursing all three of us. True. We were very respectful at the hotel the entire time we were there. So, and we did not disturb any spirits while we were there. So, I guess my last question is, did you have any trouble sleeping while you were there for the past couple nights? Any
No, I was out pretty hard.
you were gone just out like a light?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm I'm easy when it comes to hotels. Put on some trashy TV and I'm out.
fair enough. So, hence the Food Network.
Yeah.
Hence the Food Network. Well, Dusty, thank you so much for not only, and visiting us in our timeline all the way to Oklahoma City, but like actually hanging out with us, spending the whole day with us, eating food with us, exploring. We did want to bring it up briefly. We also did go to some restaurants and bars that we checked out for the first time. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should talk about that real quick. Didn't we go to we went to one restaurant that also served as a bar. They had a very interesting selection of drinks, didn't they?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Some locally made sours, a couple of cocktails I thought were kind of neat.
I just yeah.
And they had like a special kind of lasagna.
Yeah. So if you ever come back again and we do it again next year, they have a lasagna that we have to go try.
I mean, it's a lasagna, so of course I'm going to try that shit.
Oh yeah. Let's be honest, your inner Garfield demands you try it. So
Yeah.
we also got some drinks at the Onion Burger place as well too, and
Mm-hmm.
we went and got a little saucy, but except for Crash, he wound up doing some non-alcoholic drinks, but he still had a good time. Oh yeah, it was still great. I just wasn't really much in the mood to like get sloshed, but it was still fun. So the food was delicious. Spending time with my bro from another timeline was nice, and getting a chance to just reconnect and catch up and bullshit and just to hang out was a treat.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Also, it was nice to actually see you physically again in person too, Dusty. So
Yeah, it's been a long time.
it has. So, and proof that Crash indeed does have some good friends that exist on Earth.
Yep.
Still. Yeah. That and I hate being soft, but if I were to pick a few humans that I think would be worth keeping around, Dusty would be one of them. Aww.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Dusty is one of the good ones. I would keep him around. So, in case the Earth exploded or something and we had to shift you to another timeline, then yeah, obviously we would. Yeah. You think there's enough room on the ship? Probably. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Any final thoughts, Dusty?
Be careful. Well, be careful with Ghost, I guess. Be careful.
Yeah. I guess an obvious disclaimer, yeah. Be careful of spirits and ghosts out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful with the paranormal. Obviously, what we did was very respectful. We did not upset any spirits or ghosts in any way, and it was more a very pleasant, relaxing visit. So, but obviously, for those listening at home, don't don't mess around and tempt fate with spooky spirits and poltergeists and demons and stuff like that. Don't disturb the dead. Yeah,
Yeah. Respect the dead.
respect the dead. Give them their peace. They've had enough. So, and that includes multiple timelines, not just human deaths. True.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts, Haruko? I really, really want to go back to that bar because they did have some good drinks. But also,
Yep.
I'm really sad that we didn't get to take Dusty to that exhibit. Yeah, we'll have to do that next time around. Yeah. So, well, Dusty, thank you so much for submitting some stuff for HalloWeird.
No problem.
In fact, your submission is pretty much the finale for this year's HalloWeird.
Cool.
So we wanted to end it off on a more unique, interesting note, and this was that note. And uh, I hope all of you listening at home have a wonderful, spooky, fun, safe, and weird Halloween. Yeah. I don't know. Have a good time, eat some candy, drink some drinks, watch some spooky movies, snuggle up with someone. So, what are you going to do for Halloween?
I am staying home and having alcohol. We're we were going to do some things, but we decided that we were going to actually put our focus a lot into charity work for the rest of the
Aww.
year.
Aww.
So we got a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now. So I want to put my focus. So we want to put our focus on that.
Good. Charity work is always good. We're probably going to just work and then maybe treat ourselves to some chocolates, make a nice dinner, and put on spooky movies. Pretty much. And specials. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and to all of you listening at home, have a great time. And stay weird. And we hope to hear from all of you next year for next year's celebrations of all things bizarre, strange, crazy, and weird. However, there's one last thing we do need to cover before we end HalloWeird. Certain someone's been dodging their feelings about a recent, I don't know, change in anatomy. Uh-oh. It's time we finally confronted how you truly feel.